Dear students, welcome to 12th standard English class. The part 2 of the prose, the summit written by Edmund Hillary. We can see in a nutshell about the lesson. This travelogue is written by world famous trekker who touched the Mount Everest, Edmund Hillary. This is the description of the thrilling final day adventure on May 29. See, the dangers and the efforts of presence of mind faced along with tensing from 4:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. and told in detail by Hillary. It's a already I have told you this is a travelogue, world famous travelogue written by Edmund Hillary. See, this essay proves that perseverance, determination, and hard work will lead to success. The scene of reaching the Everest at 11:30 a.m. on that day provides pleasure and pride not only to the mountaineers but also to us. This is an inspirational story of Edmund Hillary. The frozen solid ice cover near the forest and dangerous fissures on the way have been a great challenge for their courage. The photographic description of the Himalayan scenery around the Everest is fascinating. That is attracting. At the end of this lesson, the remarks of John Hunt, who led the expedition, teach a useful lesson for us. There are many Everests to be climbed in our everyday life. See, the line giant cornices, steep rock slope, no idea. One hump ridge seemed never ending. Our original zest realized now dropped snow ridge, wax of the ice stood on top. See, these lines were told by the author Edmund Hillary. The ridge continued as before giant cornices. Cornices mean overhanging of mass of snows on the right, steep rock sloped on the left. Steeply the snows were fallen and sloped on the left. The ridge curved away to the right and we have no idea where the top was. Here he tells the ridge curved away to the right of him and we have no idea where the top was. They didn't know where the top was because the steep and sloped on the left. See, as I cut around the back of one hump, it's look like a hump on a bullock. Another higher one would swing into view. If you see into the view, it looked like a hump. Time was passing and the ridge seemed never ending. The ridge is never ending to see. See, our original zest mean enjoyment had now quite gone. That it was turning more into a grim struggle. It's a very, very struggle to steep on the snow. I then realized that the ridge ahead, instead of rising, it has been increasing ever when they were climbing on the mountain. Now dropped sharply away. It looked like very sharp because snow has been falling every day. I looked upwards to see a narrow snow ridge running up to a snowy summit. Entirely the mountain was covered by entire snowy peaks. A few more wax. Wax mean here it's a strong beat of the ice to cut the ice, the rock of ice. Ice acts in the firm snow and we stood on top. On the top of the hill, they have been climbing on the mountain. See, my first feelings were of relief that there was no more steps to cut. There is no steps to climb on the Everest. That's why they are ready to cut the steep hills. No more ridges to traverse and no more humps to tantalize. No, there is no person to command them. Tantalize means command us with the hopes of success. If they get success or defeat, there is no person to tantalize. That's why they are very confident about themselves. I looked at Tenzing in spite of the balaclava helmet. Balaclava helmet mean here head to neck helmet, head to neck, up to neck. The helmet is covered. The helmet is used by the trekkers only. I looked at Tenzing in spite of the balaclava helmet. He was wearing balaclava helmet, goggles. Goggles mean glass, covered by glass because it did not hit the face of the person who is trekking. And oxygen mask and encrusted mean joined with long icicles. Icicles means a mass of ice with long icicles that concealed his face. His face is covered entirely by snow. There was no disguising and his grin of delight. Grin means yet he is very happy, laughing face of delight as he looked all around him. According to him, all the places were covered by snow only. Yet his face is very laugh and happy and delight also. We shook hands when they were climbing on the end of the peak, and then tensing through his arms around my shoulders. Tensing through his arms around his shoulders, and they were very happy. And we thumped each other on the back until we were almost breathless. When they trekked the top of the peak, they were breathless because it's huge in height. It was 11:30 a.m. The ridge had taken us 2.5 hours, but it seemed like a lifetime. It is a lifetime achievement. When they reached the peak, it was 11:30 a.m. They were very, very happy and delight. The ridge had taken us 2.5 hours. It took 2.5 hours. It was a lifetime achievement. See the next para. See, Makado is a neighboring mountain of Everest. Makado, unexplored bulk of Kanchenjunga, horizon ranges, Nepal, stretching the distance, important photograph, old route, great climbers, rather clumsy, tensing Buddhist devotees, lofty summit. See, through these lines, the author says, to the east side of the Everest was our giant neighbor Makalu. Makalu is one of the mountain in nearby Everest. Unexplored. Unexplored means any persons cannot go and they have not visited and trekked on the hill. Unexplored and unclimbed. Far away across the clouds, the great bulk of Kanchenjunga loomed on the horizon. Already we have seen the ranges mean the continuous of the hills. Far away across the clouds, the great bulk of Kanchenjunga loomed on the horizon type. See, to the west side, we could see the great unexplored ranges of Nepal stretching off into the distance. They can watch the west side of them, the unexplored ranges of Nepal hills stretching off into the distance is when they were see the west side. See, the most important photograph I felt was shot down the north ridge. See, the most important photograph I felt was shot down the north ridge, showing the North Pole and the old road which had been made famous by the struggles of those great climbers of the 1920s and 1930s. During 1920 and 1930s, some persons were the great climbers tried to reach the North Pole old road which had been made famous by the struggles. It was a very famous struggles when they were climbed on the North Ridge and North Colonel. See, after 10 minutes, I realized that I was becoming rather clumsy fingered. Clumsy means different. It means his fingers were very tired, his bosom also very, very tired. It was very wet, too wet. I was becoming rather clumsy fingered and slow moving. His walking was changed because he was too tired to climb further. So I quickly replaced my oxygen set. See, he was both tensing and Hilary were suffered a lot to climb on the top of the Everest. After 15 minutes, I moved down the summit, wasting no time. We cramponed diminishing oxygen. We scrambled the rock, time over shaggy snow sections. Finally, cramponed back on the south peak. We very tired, but moved to reserve cylinders on the ridge. A few liters of oxygen left in our own bottles. Reached our tent platform at 2 p.m. With a last look at the camp, we downwards, dragging feet, safely descending the ridge, the South Colonel. See, after 15 minutes, see, meanwhile, Tenzing had made a little hole in the snow to climb on the hill, and in it he placed various small articles. He has kept food items, food and snacks. See, and he placed various small articles of food. See, like a bar of chocolate, a pack of biscuits, and a handful of lollies. He has kept small offerings indeed. The Buddhist monks and believers told that the very huge and height of the places God has been living. That's why he has given some offerings and gifts to God. See, small offerings like indeed, but at least a token gift to the gods that all devout Buddhists believe have their home on this lofty summit. That's why he has offerings in that place and make a small hole and put the bar of chocolate, packet of biscuits, and a handful of lollies to offer God. See, while we were together on the South Colonel 2 days before, Colonel Hunt had given me a small crucifix. Crucifix means it's a cross of Jesus Christ. Crucifix. While we were together on the South Colonel 2 days before, Colonel Hunt had given me a small crucifix which he had asked me to take to the top. He has given before 2 days to fix the crucifix on the top of the peak. Before 2 days, Colonel Hunt has given to him. I too made a hole in the snow on the top of the hill and placed the crucifix beside Tenzing's gifts. He has fixed the crucifix on the top. See, after 15 minutes, I moved down of summit onto our steps. Wasting no time, very cramponed. Cramponed means climbing on, wearing spikes shoes. It is used only by trekkers only. We cramponed along our tracks, spurred. Spurred means urged by the urgency. He was in the urgency of diminishing oxygen. He wanted more oxygen because when they were climbing on the top of the hill, they need more oxygen sets. See, we scrambled cautiously over the rock traverse, moved at a time over shaggy. It's a very chivalric climate and very, very chill. That's why they cannot control their cooling and the minus point temperature. See, snow sections and finally cramponed up our steps and back onto the south peak. When they were on back to the south peak, up to reach the south peak, they wanted more oxygen. That's why they want oxygen. We were now very tired, but moved down to the 2 reserve cylinders. They have already kept 2 reserve cylinders on the ridge for safety purpose, as we were only a short distance from camp. The camp is very short distance. They have carried enough oxygen sets and had have a few liters of oxygen left in our own bottles. Before they reached the south side and camp, they saw the 2 bottles and they have owned 2 bottles of oxygen. We carried the extra cylinders down and reached our tent in its grassy platform at 2 p.m. When they reached their camp at 2 p.m. With a last look at the camp, see, the camp, the downwards dragging feet. With a last look at the camp, we downwards dragging feet, safely descending the ridge, the South Colonel. The time passed in a dream, two figures towards us, a couple of 100 feet above the camp. They George Low and Wilfred Noyes, hot soup and emergency oxygen. We crawled. See, with a last look at the camp that had served us so well, we turned downwards. When they reached the peak of the Everest, with the dragging feet, mean they're pushing, they cannot move because of they are too tired. With a last look at the camp that they had served us so well, we turned downward with dragging feet. Dragging means they cannot move further fast, and set ourselves to the task of safely descending the ridge of the South Colonel. See, the time passed as in a dream. The time passed as in a dream. When they were climbing on the Everest, the time they had spent there is look like a time passed as they have a dream. It is very, very happy and God pleasure them. The time passed as in a dream. Two figures came towards us. In front of them, two figures came towards us and met us a couple of 100 feet. A couple of 100 feet, two figures appears and above the camp. They were George Low and Wilfred Noyes, laden with hot soup. They have carried for them with hot soups for their briskness and giving energy. And emergency oxygen, they have oxygen cylinders bottles they have carried for emergency. Just short of the tent, my oxygen ran out. Short of the tent, there Edmund Hillary's oxygen ran out. It was empty. We had enough to do the job. Whatever they need, they have done and finished what they need. We had enough to do the job, but by no means too much. But they have not used too much of time and strife. See, strifes. We crawled into the tent because they were very tired and weak, and with a sigh of delight, but they were very happy, collapsed into our sleeping bags. They have carried and used the sleeping bags, while the tents flapped and shook under the perpetual South Colonel gates. Here, continuing without stop, the South Colonel gal were walked by them continuously and flapped with shook under the perpetual South Colonel gate. See, we crawled, the tent sigh of delight, collapsed our sleeping bags. The tents flapped, shook under perpetual South Colonel gate. Expedition state, unforgettable day, climbed the top, brilliantly concluded. Tenzing and Hillary, story of ascent of Everest, everyday life, selfless and resolved spirit of man attain. See, John Hunt, who led the expedition, states, we cannot forget these words told by John Hunt. John Hunt, who led the expedition, states that it was an unforgettable day. When they finished their trekking, he told it was an unforgettable day. They had climbed to the top. There were shouts of joy. They made shouts of joy, handshakes by each of the 6 persons, handshakes and hugs for the two heroes. The two heroes were given prizing and fame by the other people, John Hunt and Edmund Hillary. Their happiness and pride showed how these men had shared in the achievement that was brilliantly concluded by Tenzing and Hillary. The adventure was over, but their happy glory has been continually going on. The story of the ascent of Everest is one of the comradeship. Comradeship means friendship and teamwork. These 6 persons made this huge success. The story of the ascent of Everest is one of the comradeship and teamwork. It is a teamwork formed through dangers. They faced a lot of dangers and difficulties, yet they succeeded. And difficulties met and overcome together. They overcome together the difficulties and dangers. Perhaps after the climbing of this great mountain Everest, others will find their own Everests, for there are still many opportunities for adventure. They have more opportunities to for adventure. Everest, there are still many opportunities for adventure. Some are close at hand. Some persons have opportunities like Everest achievement close at hand. Others are distant, away in distant lands. But whatever it may be, we should make our achievements to reach the Everest, like the Everest in our life, and the success is in our hand. Not all adventures are exciting, nor is adventure to be found only upon a mountain. See this line, nor is adventure to be found only upon a mountain. Not only Everest is not only the achievement, but we have in our life, we have more Everest. It means achievements in our life. There are Everest to be climbed in our everyday life. Everyday life we are facing in our life Everest, given the selflessness and resolve which enabled men to climb Everest. There is no height, no depth that the spirit of man, guided by a higher spirit, cannot attain. The spirit of man is considered his here Everest. Everest is not only the peak, this is the destination of every human in his mind and his achievement in his life. See, we can see some important messages from this lesson by the trekkers. See, we can see the lesson as in a nutshell, like a summary. Edmund Hillary has written his own experiences while climbing Mount Everest and his sense of fulfillment after climbing. Indeed, climbing was exciting and adventurous. Hillary and Tenzing completed the task with a lot of determination. See, they have very only destination and determination to climb on the Everest only. Preparation, when they were going to trek the Everest, they have prepared very well. Hillary and Tenzing woke up early in the morning. They heated and drank large quantities of lemon juice. They ate the last tin of sardines on biscuits. Sardines means it's a type of fish. It's a food made by type of fish. Sardines on biscuits. They removed the ice of their oxygen sets they have discovered. See, and rechecked and tested them. It was full of oxygen contained very well. They removed the ice on the cylinder. Down, Hillary heated and tested them. Hillary heated his wet shoes over the flame of Primus. Primus is a stove trekkers are using, and softened the shoes. Over their down clothing, they wore their windproof. They wore 3 pairs of gloves. Already I have told you, silk, woolen and windproof. See, journey from the South Colonel. Hillary and Tenzing reached the crest, where a snow pump was formed at about 28,000 feet. From here, the ridge narrowed to a knife edge. When the snow has been falling from the sky, that's why the sharp of the edges look like a knife. The peak is also like a knife. First, Hillary took the lead. The soft snow was difficult and dangerous because it was slippery and it looked like a sponge. They cannot walk on the snow. It could not bear the weight of Hillary and gave way suddenly. On their way, Hillary found 2 oxygen bottles in a tiny hollow. They had been left there on earlier attempt by Evans and Baudelaire. See, disappointment and versus determination is discussed. The ridge was difficult to climb. There were giant cornices on the right and deep rocks of snow on the left. See, the two oxygen cylinders, they had to cut around many humps one after another. Time was passing and the ridges seemed never ending. So Hillary and Tenzing lost hope and their original zest was fading away. Indeed, the journey was difficult and hard till they reached the summit. See, they have sense of fulfillment. They have done their achievement under determination. See, their feeling, sense of fulfillment. When Hillary and Tenzing reached the top of the summit, their first feeling was a sense. They felt relief because they have achieved, they reached their destination, because they had no more steps to cut, no more ridges to climb, and no more humps on snow to tantalize them. They had nothing but a feeling of great success. They felt very happy and great success. They shook hands, they hugged and thumped each other on their back. They were almost breathless. Breathless means they are very, very happy. See, Hillary and Tenzing accomplished their task of climbing Mount Everest. In other words, they proved that there is nothing but hard work and persistence leads to success. See, here we can know that they have proved their hard work and persistence lead to success. Any other things cannot help to success. Hillary said that ridge had taken them 2.5 hours, but it seemed like lifetime achievement. See, but success was just a few steps ahead of them. Hillary and Tenzing reached the crest where a snow pump was formed about 28,000 feet. When they reached 28,000 feet, they feel very happy. Their determination and achievement made them very happy. They reached the lifetime achievement. Their lifetime achievement is to reach the Everest peak. See, some important glossaries in this travelogue. Traverse. Traverse means to cross a mountain slope horizontally or diagonally. The name given to such a crossing, it means crossing. Traverse means commonly we can say traverse. Rope. They are used links members of climbing party for safety. A party may be referred to as a rope. The rope is used by them, all of the persons, to climb on the hill. See, cornice. Cornice mean overhanging mass of snow or ice along a ridge, shaped like the curling crest of a wave. CWM. In the first part we saw, and CWM means an enclosed armchair shaped hollow situated at the head of a valley. Scrambling. Scrambling means climbing hurriedly on hands and knees. Both hands and knees, with the help of both hands and knees, they climb on the hills. See, wriggle. Wriggle mean to move with a twist or turn. See, tantalize. Tantalize mean tease or taunt. Crampon. Crampon is a spike shoes used to climb on the ice hill. Climbing on ice wearing spike shoes, that is called crampon. See, some important words. Sardines. Sardines of biscuits we have discussed. It's a kind of fish made by the biscuits. It's by the help of using fish. Dragged mean pulled. Fiance. Fiance mean ferocious, dreadful. Dund mean war. Ridge. Ridge means a long, narrow hilltop. Gauge. Gauge means an instrument to measure. Scraped. Scraped means remove dirt by rubbing. Persisted. Persisted mean here every word has a two meanings, literal meaning and contextual meaning. Here contextual meaning probably discussed. Persisted. Persisted means continued in spite of difficulties. Chipped. Chipped means chisel, making. Exhausted. Exhausted means here finished, tried. Steep slope. Steep slope means sharp slope. See, heaved. Heaved mean lift or haul. Icicles. Icicles means mass of ice. See, devote. Devote mean pious, very devoteful. Concealed mean hidden here. Crucifix. Cross with Jesus nailed on it. Spurred. Spurred. Spur mean normally animal skin. Here urged means. Contextual meaning is urged. Diminish. Decrease. Descending mean here falling. Crawled. Creeped. Wriggled. Shy. Shy mean here deep breath. Okay, thank you.